Before we start off with today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my friends over at So Avant-Garde. So Avant-Garde is a place where you can go and you can explore a wide range of niche perfumery, so much variety. They have discovery sets, they have samples, they have a lot to offer for those looking to elevate their collection, those who are curious about other things, of other qualities, of other brands in perfumery. All right, so save yourself some money. Use my code DEDRICK10. DEDRICK10 gets you 10% off on anything on So Avant-Garde. All right, so I know a lot of people are really in love with the brand of Mind Games as well. So I got something for you too. You want to head over to Mind Games and do some discovery, do some searching, do some looking, save yourself some money by using Dedrick10 as well over at mindgames.com. All right, so head over there, see what you like, see what you're interested in. I recommend sampling, all right, and then you can get your good feel if you want to make a purchase from So Avant-Garde or mindgames.com. All right, so y'all check it out. Let me know what you guys get into, what you guys like. Let me know down below in the comments, man. And happy exploring for sure. All right, let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right, so we're back with my favorite video to do each and every week, and that is the weekly rotation video. So we are covering week 123 straight without missing a week of this weekly rotation series that is, you know, very popular in the circles of Fragcom, and I really enjoy doing it for sure. All right, so we're going to touch on the 7 fragrances that I wore this week. I was able to acquire one of the one of the best fragrances I feel that's ever been created in the history of all perfumery, but we will talk about that in just a sec, but also some other great experiences of the week. So let's go ahead and get started on Sunday. Sunday was a chill day, off day. I was off the weekend. Really didn't do too much Sunday. Ran a couple of errands, did some recording, did some editing, and just kind of lounged around. And this is a great fragrance to do a lot of things, but particularly it was perfect for what I had going on Sunday. From the house of Mancera, we went with Vetiver Sensual. Vetiver Sensual from the house of Mancera. Man, I haven't even, you know, I probably had this fragrance for about a year. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so easy to wear. Nice soapy, you know, slightly grassy type of earthy vetiver. Fruits and citruses, fruity tones in this fragrance. Musky vibes. Of course, it just works. It's very wearable. It's not a challenging vetiver scent in any way, shape, or form. It's actually very complimentary to any situation that's out there for sure. So I wear this to the office, I wear this to lounge around, and when you get outside in the warmer weather, it definitely, you know, kind of ignites a bit more, just throughout my personal experience. So on Sunday, lounging around the house, just running errands, and, you know, Sunday fun day type stuff, we went with Mancera's Vetiver Sensual. Vetiver Sensual. All right. Up next, a real treat to one of the more hyped DNAs in all of fragrances and Fragcom, and this is really good. I'm really impressed with the house with Dumont. You know, I was definitely eager to try and kind of see what the conversations were about with their house. But man, they're 6 for 6, like with me. 6 for 6, and this stuff is really good. Most complimented fragrance of the week by far. From the house of Dumont, from the Barouge line, we have Sillage. Barouge Sillage. This is a unique take on Kilian's Angel Share. And what this is, for those who know about Strong With You Freeze, so you know Strong With You DNA, one of my favorite DNAs, and probably a lot of you guys like it as well, but that Strong With You Freeze is the most freshest take on the DNA that you can even wear in summer and in high heat. Well, this you can do that here too. And why is that? A much brighter version of Killian's Angel Share with the additions of plum and iris. You still get those darker, you get darker fruity tones with the plum. The sweetness is still there from that vanilla and that tonka bean, slight powdery tones. But every note that you would think is a dark, dark presentation, like the plum, the vanillas, and even the rum, somehow it's super bright. It's super bright. So I tested this in the heat. I didn't do it on my own. I've heard the conversations that this is a brighter take on the DNA, and immediately when I wore it and I smelled it, it reminded me of Stronger With You Freeze, which I love, which is sadly discontinued. But this right here, it's awesome. Like, my wife texted me very early in the morning. I was already going from work. You smell great. Get into the building. The ladies in the office, what are we wearing today? One of my coworkers, did your wife really let you out the house smelling like that? So a lot of conversation about this. You can get this for around 50 bucks on at the Perfume Box. And shout out to the Perfume Box, man, for sending this my way. I am very impressed with this, and I'm not really dialed into sweeter fragrances like that, but this is up my alley. It's not sickly, super stomach turning sweet. It's not. This is quality, and it's good. It performs, and I am impressed. From the house of Dumont, from the Barouge line, we have Sillage. We have Sillage. This stuff is good, man. It's good. All right, up next, I've been wanting this fragrance since I had a sample of it when it first came out. And I told myself I'm going to get around to getting this fragrance, and I finally did. And it's just a great everyday wear, can't miss for just wanting to smell good no matter the season or the situation. From the house of Ralph Lauren, we debuted Polo 67. Polo 67. I really love this, the style of this bottle. Keeping in theme with like the new Polo Blue Parfum, the Ralph Lauren's Ralph's Club, kind of in that style. But the fragrance itself, citrus, pineapple, woodsy and slightly fresh green tones, spice, a nice kick of spice in here as well. It's beautiful. Now, of course, we're talking about an EDT concentration, and it doesn't perform like a beast, but I got about a good 6 to 7 hours, and my work days are roughly around that 8 to 9 range, maybe even 10 sometimes, just depends on the day. But I did some extra sprays with this one. So normally I'm in that 6 to 8 spray range, but I went around 8 to 10, and it got me through my work day, and it turned into a massive skin scent right around that 7th, 8th hour. But it's all good. It had a job to do, and it did the job. Impressed by this. Those who are looking for something simple to wear, clean, fresh, but really smells good, at least in my opinion. Check this one out for sure. From the house of Ralph Lauren, we went with Polo 67. Polo 67, really good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Up next, introducing a brand new house. Shout out to my friends over at Soul Avant-Garde, and we'll be talking about more of this brand and this fragrance and another one in an upcoming video. But I was very eager to check this out after reading about it and seeing what this house had to offer, and I'm impressed. From the house of Gritty, on Wednesday we went with 1968. So there's the bottle there. There's nothing on the sides. Interesting. You don't really see things on the side like that. It kind of front about face on the bottle. But this one is a beautiful take on a classic DNA, and that DNA is the Dior Sauvage DNA. So follow me. It removes the heavy push of the Ambroxan. It removes the obnoxious life of the fragrance, at least in my opinion, as it goes on, throughout your day. This is very smooth. Big lavender, citruses, slight woodsy tones here. Just an everyday beautiful wear, and the quality is outstanding. It kind of puts you in the mindset of what Prada Carbon is, but of of better quality, a bit higher quality, for sure. So great for the office, great everyday wear. This is another versatile fragrance, but I appreciate that uptick in quality. So more on gritty. Performance was really good. I got about 8 to 10 hours of really solid fragrance, very fresh, very clean take on that Sauvage DNA, but big on the lavender, very smooth, kind of like a sandalwood. I believe it's a sandalwood tone to this that kind of gives us this smooth feel. But more on this soon. Great stuff. You can get samples on Store Avant-Garde for like $6. Use my code DEDRICK10 to check out the house, discovery sets and everything. But good stuff. More to come on Gritty's 1968. 1968 from the house of Gritty. All right. Up next, man, I was blessed. Gotta shout out my dear friend Heather. She said she had something for me, and it's been a fragrance that I have been wanting to try for a couple of years. I'm a big fan of the Givenchy line. I have quite a few of them, but the previous line, there was some that I wanted to get my nose on, and I was blessed to have an old tester bottle of this fragrance. Shout out to my good friend Heather from the house of Givenchy. We have Givenchy's Gentleman Only. Givenchy's Gentleman Only. Man, is this a beautiful, masculine daily driver. This stuff is outstanding. You still get that gentleman's DNA here, especially you know, it's really pronounced in the EDT 2017, in the cologne. But what makes this more masculine, you get a big presence of wood. Cedar wood is very present in here, like a dry woodsy tone, some vetiver. Nutmeg really shines in this fragrance as well, so it gives it this sweet, spicy tone with the woods. There's a fresh citrus pop up top, very clean, business-like, professional. I was really surprised with the performance with this being an EDT concentration. I was around that 6 to 8 hour mark. Again, my days usually run around that 8 to 9 hour mark. And even when I got home and was changing my clothes from work, I still, you know, I have that personal spray that I do on my bare chest, and I was still getting that Givenchy Gentleman DNA, but that nutmeg and the woods were really dancing beautifully towards the end of my workday. So fan of this, great for the office. You'll see this in future office videos. You can get this, but it is becoming harder to get. I don't know if it's been officially discounted or not. Somebody who, you know, knows, let us know down below in the comments. But I really like this stuff, and soon I'm sure it'll be a love. On Thursday, from the house of Givenchy, we went with Givenchy Gentleman Only. Shout out to Miss Heather for sure. All right, moving along to Friday. That fragrance that I told y'all about, that I feel is a 10 out of a 10. I've been looking for this fragrance for a really great price for about a year now, ever since I was fortunate enough to get a sample of it. We talked about it on a What's in the Bag. This is widely renowned in the community as something special, and I am on that bandwagon for sure. This stuff is incredible. It's incredible. It is a 10 out of a 10, and it's just nothing that I can critique it about. From the house of Roche Doves, we went with Burlington 1819. Burlington 1819. I am so happy, so thrilled to have this fragrance in my collection. Get a beautiful fruity grapefruit, lemon, bergamot, fizzy opening. But then you get these other elements of a beautiful ginger spice. There's some earthy tones, some woodsy tones. That rum really comes out, that rum cinnamon feature really comes out on my skin on the dry down. And it transitions so many times. And the quality of this is next level. Listen, don't blind buy this. Don't blind buy this. Get you a sample if you can, but I personally love this fragrance. So happy to have it. I often compare it to the more mature, settled, wealthy, long lost cousin of Bulgari's Tiger, because you get some hints of it in the opening of this fragrance, but then it takes off and does its own thing. But initial smell, you'll be like, yo, it's kind of like a Tiger vibe, and it does. And to me, to my nose at least. But as it continues to develop, it definitely, you know, goes about its own business. That's why I say it's a long, distant cousin. But glad to have this. You guys will be hearing about this a lot on this channel. A 10 out of 10 for sure. A top 10 candidate, top 5 candidate, even maybe top 3. We'll see. But I've been aiming for this for quite some time, and I'm so happy to have it. Got it for a great deal on Vimba fragrances. I cannot stress to y'all to check out Vimba. Great prices, great customer service, great shipping. A lot of my niche pickups have come from Vimba. Like, I go to them first because they do an excellent job. From the house of Roja Duff, on Friday, we went with Burlington 1819. I'm just a fan, man. I'm just a fan. Try to get that in focus. Great stuff. All right, on Saturday to close out the week, this is another designer release that I really appreciate. I'm not the biggest fan of designer mints, but the spearmint in the Mont Blanc Legend line is one that I can, you know, really appreciate, that I like. And this one right here, it just works for the office, everyday wear. I had to work on Saturday, dress down days. We can wear t-shirts, jeans, and things like that. And this was my scent of the day. From the house of Mont Blanc, we went with Legend Blue, the EDP. The EDP, man, a lot of conversation back and forth about this particular fragrance, but I say it is definitely that Legend DNA, which reminds you of Parfums de Marly, Percival, Sedley, vein, but it's kind of darker tones. You get a little bit more spice to it. There's like a dark blue shower jelly feel. Blue fragrance extraordinaire for sure, but it performs well. EDP concentration really takes this to a new height. I really enjoyed this, wearing this to work. I got one compliment from one of my young boys out in the warehouse, and he wanted to know what it was. He said, yo, that smells good. I need that, big dog. That's how he talks to me, man. But I let him know what it was. Easy grab for him. I also gave him a discounted link, and he was really surprised to get it for like 40 bucks or something like that, $50 or something. But anyway, great wear to close out the week. Versatile blue fragrance that just absolutely works. On Saturday to close out the week, from the house of Mont Blanc, we went with Legend Blue, the EDP. The EDP. I might do a versus video between that and Polo 67 because I'm not sure right now which one I like better. I'm really not sure, but all I know is that I enjoyed them. So I thought I had a great week with my fragrances. Debuted some new stuff, added a Holy Grail to the collection. Just very solid week. So of course I want to know what you guys wore. What was your highlights of the week? What was new in your collection that you debuted? What were some of your conversations? Any questions about these? Let's talk about it down below in the comments. We are knocking on the door to 19,000 subscribers, which is mind-blowing and humbling. And I just don't take the love for granted. I don't take the support for granted at all. I really appreciate y'all, Smell Good family. And thank y'all. And we will be celebrating very soon once we hit 20,000 subscribers, whenever that may be. All right. So again, like, comment, subscribe. You want to be the next member of the Smell Good family. All you got to do is like, comment, and subscribe, and meet us down below in the comments so we can talk about what you love and what I love. And that is the beautiful art of fragrance. All right, so y'all be cool, take care of yourselves, positive energy, positive vibes, splack it up, splack it out, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world, you, especially you, what you put out to this world is exactly what you are going to get back. All right, y'all, till next time, peace, take care of yourselves, splack.